Places, please, everybody. All right, 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, well, that's terrific. Why are you so pumped up? Are you on steroids? Why do I get up in the morning? That's just too far fucked. Hey-o, Kermit the Frog here, and you are listening to Manny on UFO Buster Radio Network. Yay!
This is Sparta! Fatality.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 5. Oh, fuck. I got that wrong again. 403. Thanks to GameVet, because he had the name 503, which will not be spoken at this point in the podcast. But then, 435, it's an inside joke, I guess. I don't know. We're not even going to go into all of that. But welcome to episode 403. This is UFO Buster Radio News. And I'm your host, Manny, a.k.a. The Moonraker. And, man, what a crazy weekend it's been in receiving feedback from the show, Thursday Night Freakout. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Thursday Night Freakout happens live on YouTube. And then I take the audio, I snatch it like a body snatcher, and I throw it into a podcast form. First thing I got to say is this. There are many times that I see myself as a polarizing figure when it comes to this topic, right? So I don't do it like anybody else does. I do my own thing because that's who the hell I am. That's the way I want to do things. That's the way I will continue to do things. And that's it. But then I came across Smarty from Holotech. And again, and I've said this to quite a few people that sent me messages over the weekend. What I know from Smarty was his merchandise. It was cool. I saw his message of healing was fantastic. And he has a few videos on his Instagram, but the guy was always energetic, always ready to go. Wants to help the world, wants to heal the world. But the weird thing is that he's got such a following, and they are true to form. Like really, they will follow him wherever he goes, whatever show he's on, whatever he's doing. They'll be there to support him. What more can you ask for? Someone said, or actually more than one someone said, sounds like a cult. I don't know. I'm not someone that can certify a cult, though I have had previous cult members on the podcast. I understand. But the thing is that my deal is I let him speak his piece. I think overall he had a good message at the beginning regarding, healing people and different ways of going about it. But he turned a lot of people off. And on the opposite side of that, I have never had so many likes on a video on YouTube than Smarty. Go figure. It is the craziest thing. I don't know. Want to call it yin yang? You want to call it? I don't know. I don't even know how to put this in words. But what I want to say is one thing about the listeners here to the podcast is that everyone, with exception of a few YouTubers, YouTube trolls, everyone, at the very least, was cordial in making their statements. And I welcome feedback, absolutely. I get it all the time. But at least people had the sense of mind to take the message from the person that was giving it. And if they didn't like it, they said it, but they continued on in a professional and cordial manner. They weren't assholes about it, like some of the trolls on YouTube. That's really what I expect. I can take that. If you say this episode was jacked up because XYZ, I didn't like the guy, he was nuts, he was crazy. But you're doing a good job, man. Yeah, I understand what you're doing. And that's the truth. I'll bring you on here. I'll bring you on as a guest. And you can speak your truth, as I like to say. Speak your truth. I'm not going to judge you, but I guarantee you, if I hear something crazy, I will definitely quickly run to end the podcast or their YouTube or whatever, because I've heard enough. But I'm not going to shit on your parade, because the truth is, for all we know, there is truth to what he might be saying. There might be something there because you don't have so many people speaking praises of what you do unless they experience something from you. That's all I got to say about that. That's just the way it is. If you come on here, I'll let you do your thing. And then when I get sick of it, I'll end the show. In a polite way, because that's what, you do things as you expect. You treat people the way you want to be treated. And I'm not going to be an asshole to him, because he says something off, like saying that he was Jesus. At that point, I kind of lost interest. Smarty, if you're listening, you had me at hello, but then the Jesus part just threw me off. But other than that, great message. I think Holotech is a cool little company, to be honest. So, all the best of luck to Smarty. You never know. Like I said, there might be something to what he's saying. Frequencies. There might be something to it. He's not the only one in the world, in the history of mankind, to say that frequencies have some kind of a healing power. He's not the first one, trust me. So no fucks are given at that. In that juncture of the conversation, you guys just got to be a little bit open-minded. Yeah, some of the stuff was a little out there, but I get it. It is what it is. I want to say what's up to the guys in the live chat right now. We got Game Vet Green Man. We got Dre. Yeah, Dre's been missing for a while. I think I was thinking maybe Hurricane Hannah took him off for a ride, but I guess not. He's back. Looking down, we got The Norm. Of course, The Norm out there in Nevada, checking out the skies, looking for the answer. The truth is out there, somewhere, in the dark, when you're in red lights. Actually, I guess was it yesterday? Last night he was there, the Red Norm. For you guys who don't know, the Norm has a live feed for some football, Madden games, and Game Vet also has a live feed, which everyone was on. I was even on there, just hiding, lurking in the dark. I did post a couple of messages on there. But again, he talks about paranormal. We have guests on there, so check it out. Fantastic. We got 3 articles to talk about today. And I am going to say this right now before we get into it. We also got some new music. There is a thing now. So we're done with the Pentagon story in a way. Now we're trying to second guess, quadruple guess what the outcome is of the Pentagon story at this point. This is what's happening now. These 3 articles talk about that. in one way or another. But I'm going to promise you this. Next Monday, if I don't find a fucking real UFO story, and all I see is Pentagon stories, we're just going to have a live call-in show. And everyone could just call in and just have a damn good time. And you can talk about anything, really, because I'm done with it. I'm done with the Pentagon story. First of all, Eric Davis let the news out too damn soon. Bitch, if you knew that they were not going to be reporting on this shit until the first quarter of next year, why the hell you bring this out now? Come on. What a waste of damn time. Now we're supposed to sit around with our fingers in our ass waiting for them to deliver the message? Come on. No, Eric Davis. Somebody find me Eric Davis. That's who I want to talk to right now. Beady-eyed fool. I'm just saying. It's a lot of waiting for nothing. Because at the end of the day, they probably are going to say, let's retract all of that. Let's retract it. It's all a bunch of BS. No, we never said we recovered crafts from off-world. No, it was on the world, actually. It crash landed on one of our bases. I'm telling you, it's going to be some crazy-ass thing like that. So, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get a morsel of truth. Dre says this is madman. Actually, I'm pretty mad about a few things when it comes to ufology, but not so much about the stories, but more about the people in it. There are some people who they can't take it. Really, I can't either, to be honest. But some people are just a little sensitive. A little sensitive to the topic and what they do or what they think they're doing. Because some people are out there preaching that they're contributing to the topic. And I'm sorry, but a UFO is a UFO. You haven't discovered shit unless you have real evidence. So you can go and take pictures of shit, videotape it all you damn want. Unless you really captured a serious image with some serious detail that can be analyzed and remain unchallenged, you can skip rocks with your pictures and your videos because they don't mean shit. We've got decades of people who had pictures and videos of birds, balloons, and all kind of shit, and it turned out to be nothing. So, take your pictures for what it's worth. If you put it out there, let people talk what they want, but keep in mind that you put it out there. Don't be a dork about it. We got some new music, by the way. Let's go start that off so we can start off this episode and talk about useless news, because that's what we hear about on UFO Buster Radio.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had afforded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt With pins and patches, we carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone. Oh, yeah. Felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold. In your arms of gold. In your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes. With pins and patches, we carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone.
I just want to say one more thing. That everybody in the live chat is saying that I'm angry. I'm not angry, but listen, if you cannot take a credible challenge to what you're saying is a real UFO from 4.2 far, then maybe you should be trying to figure out how to milk bulls. That's a mystery right there. All right, this first article has to do. I really cracked up when I saw this because, man, this Pentagon story knows no bounds. It's like the zombie apocalypse of UFOs. It's like just taking down even some of the people we might think are the smartest people on the planet. Some people with brains and stuff. Some people with some kind of dignity. But it's taking people out completely. Trump on Fox's Lou Dobbs discusses the nation's UFO situation. Listen, we're wasting time with Trump. Trump gives zero fucks about UFOs. He said it from the beginning. Zero. I need to send him a shirt that says Trump UFOs, no fucks given. And just send it to him. Maybe in a pen. Maybe he'll do it in a mug. Because it's true. He was clear about that right from the beginning. So what? His son talked to him about Trump Jr. want to be a slicko, what does he call it? A smarty, and try to talk about UFOs. I got to talk to my dad about UFOs. Your dad gives no fucks about UFOs. Probably doesn't even care about your hairstyle either. But it happened. It went down. Basically, Lou Dobbs decided, I'm going to ask him about the Pentagon and UFOs. Apparently, Trump came off of a bad interview with someone, and so now he decided, hey, I'm going to go on Lou Dobbs because he can stroke me a little. This is actually, the article actually said this, by the way. It's linked in the description. It's by the Herald Mail Media, and that's basically what they said. Now, the way they put it, I have a feeling they're not fans of Trump, to be honest, but that's the way it is. So apparently he decides to go to Lou Dobbs, and Lou Dobbs decides I'm gonna post a question to him and see what he says. See what the hell is going on. Trump says this. Actually, I wish I had the Trump voice. I'm just not an impersonator. Actually, a lot of my friends are very concerned about what the federal government is doing when it comes to UFOs. I'm sorry, that was Dobbs who said that. So if I could just ask you, are we going to commit more resources to exploring UFOs and open the documents to the public? Dobbs, brother, Lou Dobbs. You know very damn well these FOIA requests have all been about opening the damn documents. You know we've been seeing these so-called bunny ears releases from the government, not just the U.S., the U.K., France, fucking French. the Canadians. It goes nowhere, Louis. Oh, no, I'm sorry, but he reminds me of Lou Albano. Lou, it goes nowhere. You can just forget about it. The article goes on, and this is how you know this is not a Trump-friendly article, because it says that the president was a former Barack Obama birther theorist like Dobbs, and they indulged and flattered. He then indulged and flattered the guest. The host, should I say. So now they're two. Apparently they had a common ground, and that's to prove that Barack Obama was not a citizen of the United States. So they found common ground, and somehow that led to aliens. Here's Trump's response. Well, I think probably in this country, you are the UFO expert. Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs is like he's like 74, 75. He didn't give no fucks about UFOs either. You shitting me, Trump? Are you really? Lou Dobbs probably saw some of the original UFOs and kept his mouth shut. That's all I'm saying. Back in the caveman days. Anyway, so he goes, I'm going to be totally guided by the great Lou Dobbs, and I will tell you that I will do whatever you ask me to do, indulging in total transparency. I don't think so. And then he goes on to say, I got to tell you, there's probably some pretty good transparency needed there. There's no doubt about that. In other words, he didn't answer your fucking question, now did he, Dobbs? Zero. Not a damn thing did he answer. Nuts. Dobbs goes lapping up. Yeah, of course, this is the paper again, the publication. Lapping up the praise and laughing gleefully, Dobbs said, well, Mr. President, I couldn't have asked for a better answer, and I'll be calling your office soon to get that underway. Are you serious? They should have just added. Then he bent over, got the Vaseline out, and went to a commercial break. It's a joke. It's all a joke. Pretty much. It's now becoming the laughingstock. Why? Because Eric Davis should have kept his mouth shut and waited until we got a little closer to when this report was going to happen. It's crazy. It is absolutely nuts. It does say that Trump did express skepticism about the existence of UFOs, but he does like to indulge in conspiracy. And here's one thing that they noted, which has nothing really to do with anything, but they threw it in there just to, put the final nail in the coffin on this whole Trump UFO thing. They said that prior week to the publication, the president retweeted medical advice from Dr. Stella Emanuel. She advocates the use of hydroxychloroquine as a cure for COVID-19. But they couldn't stop there. That wasn't enough. It's not enough that no one really agrees with Trump, right? But then they got to throw in the nut jobs. But she also claims that demons have sex with people while they're asleep and believes doctors are using DNA from space aliens to treat humans. Drum roll, please. That's where this story is going. This story is becoming the late night joke, basically. The whole Pentagon thing is becoming that ugly joke you do not want to be associated with. And really, by the time this report comes around, no one's going to care about it. I mean, people barely care about it now. But situations like this, come on. Crazy. Completely crazy. So forget about UFOs, forget about aliens, forget about it all. It doesn't matter because some doctor says the demons like to be doing the nasty. Crazy. You know, on that topic, by the way, I don't understand where is this thing coming from that so many people are saying that reptilians like to eat babies. Yeah, that's out of left field. But, you know, it's probably a good 15th, 16th, 20th time that I've heard that draconians love eating babies. That is just weird. If you're a draconian, please chime in. Let me know. Hit me up. Send me an email. Tweet me. Or hit me up on Facebook. Because I know you draconians, you've got lots of friends on Facebook.
All these busy people worried something's wrong.
Just as bad as you, just as bad as you.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not buying. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bad as you. I'm looking for you, I'm looking for you, it's you, I'm looking for you. All these busy people, all these busy people, all these busy people.
Just as bad as you, just as bad as you.
And sometimes lazy rain.
Just as bad as you. Just as bad as you, just as bad
All these busy people, all these busy people, all these busy people, all these busy people.
Just as bad as you, just as bad as you.
And sometimes lazy rain.
Just as bad as you. Just as bad as you, just as bad as you. Just as bad as you, just as bad as you.
And sometimes lazy rain.
Just as bad as you. Just as bad as you, just as bad as you.
Lazy rain.
Just as bad as you. Just as bad as you. Just as bad as you. Just as bad as you.
This film contains adult language. There are 17 swear words carefully placed throughout. Kids, can you find them?
This next article comes from SETI. You know, we've hit rock bottom. We are really scraping. I don't know. I just, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. If SETI is jumping into the conversation about the Pentagon story, you know we've hit rock bottom, because those fuckers have been searching for aliens for so damn long, they can't talk shit about anybody else's efforts. Come on. You guys know that. SETI hasn't done shit, but yet they're going to sit on their high horse and write this article, which, by the way, I did link it in the description because it's kind of well written. You know, they throw a lot of jabs at people who feel that ET has made it, and we have proof about it, and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, these dickheads are over here listening to the sky for alien signals, techno signatures, as they say. I mean, really, what is it? I mean, there's no honor among thieves. So we can only hear the fuckers? We can't really see them? Thanks, SETI. I appreciate it. The article starts... Well, actually, let's go for the title. The title is Hoping for Proof. Yes, we are. Thank you. Written again, and it comes from SETI.org. And the first few words of the article is it vindication at last? We have to wait, SETI. Did you not read the article? Did you not see it's not time for a report yet, SETI? Or did you not hear about it because your instruments suck? They're whack as fuck. You can't hear that we need to wait. Just like you can't find any aliens by listening to them. Idiots. Anyway, so the article starts off saying that before you order the online course of Klingonese, really? Nobody fucking says Klingonese. Don't you say speak Klingon? Isn't that all you say? Batak? Yeah, I used to try my hand at speaking Klingon back in the day. I am a Trekkie, to be honest. You wouldn't think about it. You wouldn't even think that I was into it that much, but yeah. Anyway, so it goes into all of this. It takes you through the 2017 issue, takes you through the release by the Navy about, the Tic Tac, Go Fast, the FLIR video, all that stupidity, which we're tired of talking about. We can't do this anymore. I could imagine this is probably why Roswell in the beginning just died off. Nobody wanted to hear this shit over and over again. This is why no one gave two shits about Roswell a couple years after it happened. Nobody cared. Probably didn't even take a couple years, to be honest. But then there goes to this thing about humans always wanting to take strange phenomena and try to make it into it being a source from superhuman beings. It goes as far back as the Greeks, saying that apparently lightning bolts were actually javelins being tossed by Zeus. Very clever, SETI. Huh. Somebody apparently gave you some ginkgo, because now your asses are writing really smartly about this, but you're still looking for the same thing. But it continued to say that scientifically we need a hypothesis, and it needs to be supported because the activity has to be repeatable. But when you really think about it, let's just stop this article for a second. UFO sightings are repeatable because we repeat the fucking reports over and over again, constantly. So I don't think it's so much that it's repeatable, because it does repeat. Just go to Newfork, go to MUFON if you're over the age of 18, please only. Do not go if you're under 18 or a minor. Do not go to MUFON, please. But if you're, of age, you can go to MUFON. You see sightings all the time. It's repeatable, but it's not repeatable in the same location is what the issue is. But if I was an alien hiding my technology from dumbass humans and just there for the cattle, I'm not going to show up at the same damn place every time. It might be a small blue planet, but figuratively speaking, it's pretty big. considering the inhabitants. So yeah, you can hide out. I mean, there's plenty of Texas that has nobody fucking in it. Animals, coyotes, rattlesnakes, no roads. Open land. And it's a lot of states that have that same situation. I mean, no state is wall-to-wall people, though it feels like it sometimes. So yeah, there are plenty of places where UFOs probably show up, if they're from 4.2 far, and show up undetected. But according to SETI, it's a pipe dream. Complete pipe dream. They continue to say the Office of Naval Intelligence will supposedly, allegedly, possibly, maybe, make regular reports on at least some of the findings. And they continue to say that this is possibly disclosure and should be good news to all the Mulder-like folks out there that want to believe. But here's the part that really gets me. It brought tears to my eyes when I read this. I was so sad because it says, in fact, it may actually work the other way. Disclosure could rob the believers of their best piece of evidence. Disclosure can be that there's nothing. That could be disclosure. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the truth. The Pentagon could likely say all of this workup, all this stuff since ATIP, all this stuff since To the Stars Academy released these videos, thanks to Elizondo, all these pilots, all these people that were part of that flotilla that the Nimitz was part of, could all lead up to a statement saying that some other country on the planet developed technology that shits on everything, and we have no idea how to handle it. And that's how we got the videos. That could be your disclosure right there. Then what? There's nothing to believe in anymore. How sad would that be? There was a article today that talked about DARPA. And DARPA was testing artificial intelligence in the form of pilots, fighter pilots. And they're going to broadcast a dogfight between a human pilot and the AI. We've seen movies like this all the time. Usually the AI wins because it doesn't have to deal with G-forces. It can use that machine that it's in to its fullest capabilities, unlike a human who could potentially pass out and regain consciousness way after it lost, sadly enough. But that could be our disclosure. That could be what we hear about first quarter of next year. This was man-made. We just don't know how the hell they did it. This is where the story's going. Again, when SETI can go out there and rub a dick us this way, sheesh. Like I said, a laughing stock. Laughing stock. This story is killing ufology in the worst way. Maybe something positive will come out of it. I don't know. Or maybe we should just start a riot.
Rivers run dry, dust breaths in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Come on, start a riot.
When they love you too much, know it's fame, fake, or even hate. Don't be scared if the weight paralyzes your state at the gate. No, it's a lot to take in. It's designed to know when, don't wait. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at the gate.
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
The final article for tonight. I didn't even know. I was like trying to think of a way to start that. Kind of lighten the mood, but it's impossible. It really is. It is completely impossible to lighten the mood when it comes to the travesty of this Pentagon UFO nonsense. It continues. The hits keep coming. I'm telling you. I'm not going to do... This is it. Until they release this report, I don't want to talk about the Pentagon thing anymore. I'm done. Completely done. Let's talk about balloons instead. That might be more fun. It might be better to just go ahead and just give in and talk about balloons in here. Despite the Pentagon's admission, why on earth humans stopped talking about aliens and UFOs? Yeah, they have. They don't care. No one really cares. Shittergate probably got more news time than the Pentagon story. Shittergate. Basically, people going in and hoarding toilet paper. For weeks, we saw in the news that the toilet paper racks were empty. Yeah, the people were on the news, like, they were like shrugging. How am I going to wipe my ass? COVID-19 did this to me. How am I going to wipe my ass now? Yeah, that was more news than the Pentagon story. You guys know it. You lived it. It's the truth. I guarantee you, no one in your home was talking about the Pentagon story as much as they worried about being able to get something to wipe the posterior. Come on, write down the time. Think about it. I know some of us try to forget Shittergate because it was Shittergate was amazing. I mean, never ever. I could understand being maybe a food shortage, you know, and I can understand gas shortages like after a big hurricane. You know, Category 4 comes in the Gulf and all the damn oil rigs they all go down. You know, they can't operate and they're down for weeks. So gas prices and gas is just crazy. You can't even get any. But toilet paper? And not just in this country. It was around the world. Shittergate was global. An international craze. Like the fucking Beatles. But no one really paid attention to this. They really didn't. Considering the vastness of the universe, according to this article, you would be completely foolish to think humans are alone in the universe. I would be foolish to think that we would ever run out of toilet paper. Yeah. You would have asked me last year, what do you think would be the worst thing to happen to you in the next coming months? Not having toilet paper was not in my top 3,000. Not even close. But it happened. According to several space experts, strongly believe alien life, at least in microbial form, could be thriving somewhere in the universe. And to be honest, they believe in our own solar system, microbial life is kicking some ass somewhere and bound to come back to the planet and take us all out. COVID 299. But here's the part where it gets crazy, because anything that has to do with UFOs coming here becomes a conspiracy. And some theorist is behind it. And, you know, according to this article, if you hear them tell it, we're being visited by aliens every damn day. Like they're coming in, you know, like an expressway of aliens just come in. They visit the Earth. They order some cattle, a couple of probings. They get their, they get their groove on, and then they leave. And some of them don't leave. Some of them just go into a big hole in the planet over in Antarctica and hide out there. That's what theorists do. That's what they say. So big whoop. If that's what they believe in, you know, credibly challenge them. You just challenge them. And here's the thing. I see I'm going off this article, but if someone says to me, there's UFOs in Antarctica, okay. Take your happy ass, get yourself, even if you need to get a fucking dinghy, and, put some, some hand warmers, something to stay warm. But stop telling me shit. Get in the dinghy, get your ass over to Antarctica and find the damn UFOs, and then tell me. I'm just saying, maybe I am angry today. I don't know. It's just kind of starting to feel that way, to be honest. I don't know why. So then the Pentagon admitted to the presence of UFOs. Again, UFOs, they changed the term. They said UAP. They didn't want to get caught up with all this UFO thing. And that, thanks to the Stars Academy in 2017. So for 3 years, we have been in this kind of crazed, delusional madness, like space madness, where we got all this quote-unquote disclosure, but we stop. A few months later, maybe half a year, we get some new morsels. And then, 6 months later, a few more. And that's where we're at now, right? So we have to wait to the first quarter to find out. The article even says this. For over 3 years, there were experts who have analyzed the videos that were released, and they are pretty much solid on the point that the clips were not manipulated at all. No one screwed with them. No one put in special effects or nothing. They're saying the clips, all three, were the real deal. Joseph Gradisher, the spokesperson for the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Information Warfare, because he likes acronyms, he says he gave a statement to the Black Vault, another popular UFO website, and he said that the clips released by To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science were authentic. Chad Underwood, a fighter pilot who captured one of the videos, assured that this flying object did not follow the laws of physics. David Fravor, commanding officer at the time, claimed to have witnessed another UFO that too defied the laws of physics. But all of that doesn't mean a hell of beans, because it didn't prove anything. Isn't that sad? And this is what gets me mad about people who shoot fucking dots in the sky. Really? You're mad that your fucking dot is being challenged as it being a real UFO, but yet these guys were on a $25 million jet chasing the damn thing down, and they're not even being taken as credible. Are you shitting me? Nobody gives a fuck about your dot in the sky. Come on. This is where I'm going with this. This is what it all comes down to. If these guys who spend careers flying in the sky where you can't even reach, and they're being told that what they saw was bunk, don't get upset about your dot. Don't be upset about it. Just keep searching. Eventually, you'll hit pay dirt. So that brings us up to the current issue with Senator Marco Rubio, who I really don't give too much about, but he is also the chairman of the U.S. Intelligence Committee. And I thought it said somewhere he was the acting chairman, but that might have been a typo in the last article. Who's talking about disclosure, not because it's UFOs and aliens, but because it might be Chinese and the Russians. Which really, I'm going to be honest, that's a way easier route to take when you're trying to discover the truth behind UFOs. Just say, the Chinese did it. It's probably the Chinese. That'll get the quote-unquote rational people in the Pentagon and Congress to perk up their ears and start spending millions to figure out if Putin has something to do with it. Especially this year. But the article finishes in this manner, and it says, as humanity is trying to contain the pandemic, irrespective of caste, creed, geography, and other differences, they are at least bothered about making the first contact with aliens, which could turn the course for planet Earth. In other words, again, hashtag no fucks are given. Nobody gives a fuck about E.T., aliens, draconians eating babies, and the Illuminati, when we can't even figure out what the hell is going on with COVID-19. Today we hit a milestone worldwide. 20 million cases. Yeah, nobody cares about ETs. We can't even fix the problems we fucking got. Could you imagine all the problems damn ET, the baggage ET is going to bring, especially if they're like eating babies? What the fuck are we going to do? Could you imagine? Are we just going to give up the booty just because they visited Earth and now they're out in the open? No. This is insane. It is completely insane. But that's the way it goes. That's what we're living at. Nobody cares about disclosure because COVID-19 is kicking everybody's ass. Sadly enough. Want to say what's up to Pucky? Pucky joined the podcast a little late. Pucky, you got to catch up. But those are the news articles for today. Completely nuts. I just don't know. It is a double-edged sword of nothing. Going nowhere. So be kind to your fellow ufologist. Be kind to your fellow YouTuber and podcaster because we're all in the same shitty boat. You just got to make the best of it. Until tomorrow, we'll talk about space because something I've been saying about Sir Richard Branson was finally reported by CNN today. We'll talk about that tomorrow in the space episode of UFO Buster Radio. And I did get a special request for cryptids, Dre. We'll see. We'll see what we can conjure up. I'll ask the psychics if it'll ever happen. Who knows what they'll say. Ciao.
Hey, so Indies, yeah. Hey, so Indies, hey, yeah. Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, this the wrong tree, I got the strains. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. I pull up and I and I'm swerving. If a try to holler, she gon' curve him. We came from under rugs like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Rapping like I'm turban. Yeah, these all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no Suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Dale back to back, and yeah, I'm dishing the assist. Yeah, they talk a lot of but we really with the lame. Always gonna be reaching for they hit, smoking like a clip. They can never catch me slipping. Every time your girl around, she be watch the way I'm dripping. Try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, this the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. I'm in flex mode with the best, though. That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best, yo. Stop with all the grilling, I'm on jet fuel. Taking off, clear the runway, now they cannot clip my wings. Yeah, they soft, they ain't homie, they ain't even on the scene. Play it smart, they don't know me, they just know what they see. What it costs to get flea, but this style ain't free. This that swag, this that splash, one wrong move, that's do the dash, keep a stash, just in case they tryna flash. Never lie, we don't slack, tell her eyes running back. I don't brag, I'm relaxed, I'm not into all of that, yeah. It's really just the fam and my dogs, I just gotta make a call. I ain't into all that chatting, not at all. Yeah, I put that on the squad, we been out here going hard. We on deck, please don't make 'em. Go and try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up, got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, this the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name.